Coming up, a Flagstaff jury convicts an airman in the death of a Mennonite woman. Plus, downtown Flagstaff is ready to host live events post-COVID. The news starts now.
You're watching NAZ Today, Northern Arizona's local news.
Good evening and welcome to NAZ Today. I'm Quanah Arnold.
And I'm Sheridan Herman. Thanks for tuning in.
Today, a jury of the Coconino County Superior Court convicted U.S. Air Force Airman Mark Gooch in the murder of a Mennonite woman, Sarah Cruz, who was living in New Mexico.
Based on the record and all the evidence introduced at the trial, combined with the fact that the jury has returned guilty verdicts on count 1, first-degree murder, and count 2, kidnapping, the court finds the defendant guilty of count 3, theft, a class 1 misdemeanor in the indictment.
The jury reached its verdict Wednesday. Mark Gooch faces life in prison on the murder charge. He was also found guilty of kidnapping Cruz in January of 2020 from the Farmington Mennonite Church, where she was gathering material for Sunday school. Her body was found hundreds of miles away on the outskirts of Flagstaff more than a month later. Sentencing is set for November.
As COVID cases are waning and people are looking for things to do, downtown Flagstaff says it's more than prepared with new live events for everyone.
That's right, and the events range from live music to trivia nights and even something called Urbanathlon on Sunday. NAZ Today's Emma Gazier has the story.
As the pandemic is slowly cooling down, downtown Flagstaff restaurants and shops are going live once again.
I think it's replenishing for the soul to gather, and so I'm very glad to see these events happening.
Fire Creek Coffee Company is just one of many downtown destinations that is starting live events again.
So aside from just music events, we also have poetry slams every week. And we also host events for NAUs such as honors programs and such like that.
Small bands to karaoke nights and slam poetry. Fire Creek will be a busy place.
It's really nice to see people all come together again and enjoy things that I know that we've all missed, as well as watching the musicians or people on stage having an outlet again. It makes me feel very excited and hopeful.
The downtown art walks are back, along with live painting demonstrations at the Artist Gallery.
It's a nice way for people to come in and see the latest art that we're creating, meet the artist, and see their friends.
The live events don't just bring in new customers, they also bring back a sense of normalcy to the community.
Oh, I think we're going to do great. I feel very positive about Flagstaff. People really support downtown, especially with the holidays coming up. I think it's just going to be very exciting this year.
For Flagstaff locals like Hunter Ricard, the return of events can't come soon enough.
I hope that we can come together in live events and feel comfortable. I think the pandemic has sort of spread a layer of anxiety just over society as a whole, and that it takes time for that to dissipate.
And for you fitness fans, downtown Flagstaff is hosting an Urbanathlon, which consists of stationary cycling, running, and weightlifting. You can enter alone for $25 or as a team of 3 for $20 each. With prizes for the winners, this should be a lot of fun. Emma Gazier, NAZ Today.
Fully vaccinated travelers are rejoicing as the U.S. opens its borders to both Mexico and Canada. The move is a light at the end of the tunnel for struggling border towns that have lost vital tourism over the past 18 months because of COVID border restrictions. Those traveling will need proof of vaccination at the border before they'll be allowed to cross.
The city of Flagstaff has finally received the $13.25 million from the American Rescue Plan Act, or ARPA, for state and local recovery funds. The city has already set aside $4.5 million of those dollars to cover revenue losses due to the pandemic. But early this morning, Mayor Paul Deasy sent a tweet breaking down how they will spend the money. $1.9 million for housing, $2.5 million for alternative 911 emergency response facilities and services, $1.5 million going towards broadband and cybersecurity, $1.4 allocated towards nonprofit support like food, shelters, and victim services, and about $1.2 million will go to help small businesses and pre-K and STEM programs. Meanwhile, NBA All-Star Dwayne Wade announced support of the LGBTQ+ community through the construction of group homes in 3 states, including Arizona. They are part of a Utah-based campaign called Encircle that builds group homes for LGBT+ youth. Encircle is providing mental health services and other resources to residents. 4 group homes are currently under construction in Arizona and Nevada, with 3 existing homes in Utah.
Every year, NAU dedicates homecoming to a special person on campus who's chosen by the students.
Having somebody like Ralph makes my job, and I think his team's job, a lot easier. He's prepared, he's responsive, and when I have meetings with the landscape crew, it really does seem like a family, and you don't get that without this kind of leader.
This year, the dedicatee Ralph Padilla was honored with a banquet. He's the NAU grounds manager who's been here for 32 years. President Cruz Rivera also made an appearance at the banquet, saying a few words and congratulating Mr. Padilla. Well, it's spooky season as Halloween approaches, and what's more cute than a dog in a Halloween costume?
Exactly. Whether you're looking for a Halloween companion or just a new companion, the Coconino Humane Association has many cats and dogs ready for adoption. NAZ Today's Matt Kienitz introduces us to this week's Pet of the Week.
Thanks, Quanah. This week we met Rio, an adorable and energetic pup who is always smiling, loves to play with whoever is around, and go on walks.
An active, lively pup, Rio is a perfect dog for an animal-loving household.
This is Rio. He's a 1-year-old shepherd mix. He is already neutered. He is dog-friendly.
Loyal, entertaining, and quiet dog, Rio loves to cuddle, but not as much as he loves his chew toys.
How long has he been here?
Very friendly. He still acts like a young puppy. He does like to play with his mouth, but he is very sweet and playful.
He is very adaptable and could be a good fit for any size household, as long as he gets out his energy.
Could do good in a small household with lots of walks. He has a high energy, so he's definitely going to need walks.
Although he would be a good dog for anyone, his ideal human friend would be someone who is active.
I would say someone that's younger and more active. He'd be a good active running buddy.
Rio was found on the reservation and has since been struggling to find a permanent home.
I believe he was turned in around, I want to say April. A lady found him on the reservation, was fostering him for a while, couldn't keep him, so she turned him into us.
Rio also loves the snow and would be a wonderful wintertime pup for you and your family.
If you believe you are the one who can give this pup the home he deserves, visit the Coconino Humane Association today. Rio is available for $215, which covers all vaccines, microchipping, and surgeries. Matt Kienitz, NAZ Today.
Coming up, as holiday shopping season approaches, President Biden outlines a plan to ease supply chain bottlenecks. Stay with us.
Fall is finally here in Flagstaff, and we saw an early snow yesterday, but unfortunately all the snow has melted here in Flagstaff. If you take a look over on the peaks right over there, we are still seeing some snow. Couldn't see that yesterday because of all the overcast skies, but I will have more on weather and what we are going to be seeing for the next week, so stay tuned for more after the break.
Your son wants to get a cat, but you're allergic. Do you A, prepare yourself, B, make the best of it,
C squared equals 25. Good job!
or C, find a loophole? When it comes to parenting, there are no perfect answers, but that's okay, because you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made her college years happen.
opening that education savings account when she was little, spearheading a campus tour, and another, and another, and another, and another. Bam! Deciphering financial aid. She was like, what? Well, now she's like, you aced planning for college. Now get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
It appears these hot ashes are about to be dumped, which could possibly start a wildfire. How will Smokey deal with such a hot situation? The garden hose defense. Next, a thorough stir. Then another spray. And finally, feeling if the ashes are cool.
Oh, yeah.
Ah yes, the selfie. A ritual practiced so frequently with this tribe, but not so much by Smokey Bear.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
With so many holidays coming up, fewer items means higher prices, and that's been the impact of bottlenecks or a change in supply versus demand in the supply chain for many retail goods. The White House announced a new plan Wednesday to work with top retailers and shippers to keep up with demand. Karen Kafa looks at what it might mean for your holiday shopping plans.
After meeting with top retail and shipping executives, President Joe Biden announcing plans to alleviate supply chain bottlenecks.
With the holidays coming up, you might be wondering if the gifts you plan to buy will arrive on time.
The Port of Los Angeles and the Port of Long Beach, California, which together handle about 40% of U.S. container traffic, moving to 24/7 operations. Walmart, Target, UPS, FedEx, and others said they'll boost off-peak hours to speed the flow of items. The moves ahead of a crucial holiday season for retailers.
They can't even get all the goods for their shelves if they want to because of all the transportation and logistics challenges they're experiencing.
Meanwhile, the Labor Department says a key inflation indicator rose again in September, with upticks in the prices consumers pay for food, cars, home furnishings, and more.
When you have shortages, then you have higher prices. But as the pandemic winds down, and I think it will, each new wave of the virus will be less disruptive than the previous one.
The Biden administration pointing to the supply chain crunch to push for passage of the bipartisan infrastructure plan.
We need to make sure that we have a more nimble and flexible set of capabilities.
Also adding to concerns, a shortage of truck drivers to move goods. And AAA says average gas prices hit a 7-year high this week at a time of year when they typically fall. In Washington, I'm Karen Kafa.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzzed and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So, yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
How prepared is your family if a wildfire shows up at your doorstep, or a flood, or an earthquake? You can't just turn away a natural disaster. That's why it's important to go to ready.gov/plan now. It has the tools and tips you need to make an emergency plan with your family. So if disaster comes knocking,
let's go.
You'll be ready to help keep your family safe.
It's just a pizza.
Yes. Make a plan today.
I'm Rudy Tempesta. I'm 92 years old.
I fought in World War II. Then I came home, worked for the post office for 70 years. I've been getting Meals on Wheels, and I enjoy it. The most important thing about Meals on Wheels is you meet the people, which to me is fantastic. You need people to keep your brain moving. That's what life is about. It's love and having a conversation with people.
Welcome back to NAZ Today. I'm Tori Smith, the weather director here. We are going to take a look at what's going on in Flagstaff. Up at Snowball, we are seeing still some snow on the ground, but down in Flagstaff, we aren't seeing any more snow. Hopefully we'll be seeing some more later this month. But looking at right now, temperature currently is 48 degrees and we are seeing very clear skies. That happens to be because of our barometric pressure at 29.97. And that is right on average with that normal barometric pressure. Normally we have about 30, which is really good, but low means that we are going to be seeing thunderstorms and high means we are going to be seeing very clear skies. Wind right now, southwest of 9 miles per hour, and we're going to take a look at that right now. We are seeing all of this wind pushing southwest from California into northern Arizona and into New Mexico. But right about here, we're seeing some cloud linger and those clouds blowing through at 9 miles an hour. That's making our temperatures feel a little cooler than they actually are. Our current temperature is 48 degrees, but right now it feels about 44 because of those winds. High today was 52 degrees, low tonight going to be 22 degrees. We are a little below average, but that is quite all right as we move into this week. We're going to be seeing warmer temperatures. Nowhere near those records, that is always a good thing, but since January 1st, we've had 20.6 inches of rain and precipitation. Today we saw 0.07 inches, and that was early this morning, a little slight precipitation. But looking across the state, high temperatures across the state for today, 66 in Kingman, 49 degrees in Prescott, 75 degrees in Phoenix, and 52 degrees in Page. So overall, we are seeing those cooler temperatures statewide because of it is finally fall, and that is really cool. Tonight, forecast low is going to be 22 degrees. We're going to see a beautiful waxing gibbous moon, and you're going to be able to see it because it is going to be clear tonight. Sunset just set at 5:53, so if you're watching the show, go out later tonight and watch that beautiful moon and view those stars. But tomorrow, forecast high 55 degrees, sunny out, and sunrise at 6:32 a.m. for you early morning runners. Looking across the state for tomorrow, we are going to be seeing slightly warmer temperatures than today, but overall around the same. 69 degrees is a high in Kingman, 64 degrees is a high in Prescott, and 63 is a high in Tuba City. So overall, we are going to be seeing pretty warm temperatures moving into this week. 55 tomorrow, going to 59 on Saturday, 64 on Sunday, and then back down to 60 degrees on Monday. We're going to be seeing slight cloud coverage on Sunday, but nothing too much to worry about because those clouds will move back out. That is all we have for weather tonight, but stay tuned for sports after the break. Stay with us.
Hey, can you chop the pineapple?
Chop the pineapple.
Nope, I'm high. How about I wash off the grapes?
Yes.
Okay.
You're already making good decisions when you're high.
I want tacos. Will you drive? I'm a little toasty.
Nope, I'm high. Let's order in.
Don't make an exception when it comes to driving. If you feel different, you drive different.
Sure, I look cute now, but when my owner lost his job, it was rough. I was living on the street, and one night, me and this Cocker Spaniel got into it so bad, I wound up looking like an ice cream cone. I cried a little bit, but thankfully I got rescued, so I'm running, I'm jumping, all back to my old self. And I'm ready to give unconditional love, even if you put a lampshade on my head.
I think someone at my friend's school has this thing called autism. My friend's brother's son has autism. My neighbor's son has autism. My son has autism.
Autism is getting closer to home.
Today, 1 in 88 children is diagnosed with autism. That's a 1,000% increase in the last 40 years. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs.
When I was your age, I was just like you, fascinated by stars. But now I get to search for life in the universe. And who knows? Maybe life is looking for us too.
So we're like aliens to them?
Yeah. Does anyone want to be a scientist now?
I do.
Awesome. We need more girls in STEM.
Maybe we can find aliens.
And welcome back to NAZ Today. I'm your sports reporter, Michael Manny, here to bring you the latest in Northern Arizona football. Let's get right into it. After an 0-2 start where they were outscored 76-23, the NAU football team has won 2 of their last 3 games. A big part of that has been the play of true freshman quarterback RJ Martinez, who helped lead the team to wins over in-state rival Arizona and Big Sky foe Idaho State. I caught up with Martinez to discuss his first year at the college level and his mindset moving forward. A first career win is special for any quarterback. But for NAU freshman RJ Martinez, that win just happened to be one of the biggest in school history. NAU's first victory over Arizona in 89 years. Despite his first game action coming on a big stage, Martinez wasn't worried.
I knew we had the opportunity to win the football game, so it's really just my job to give my team the best opportunity to win. So not really a lot of nerves, just a lot of confidence.
With this being his first year at NAU, Martinez has spent a lot of time learning the offense and adjusting to college-level play.
Our coaches preach all the time, put in the time and reap what you want out of it. So, just been putting in a lot of time and a lot of effort and learning the offense and putting in work with the receivers and things like that.
At Westwood High School in Austin, Texas, Martinez approached multiple state single-game passing records. Looking back, Martinez says his high school experience helped prepare him for the next level.
Playing in a really tough district that I did in Texas, 6A, Division I, the toughest it can get in Texas, and I think and I believe across the country that's as tough as it'll get. Really did prepare me for this level. Being able to throw the ball around a lot really helped me as a passer and just being able to see defenses.
For now, he's just focused on improving the offense.
I know that's kind of a widely phrased thing, just kind of get better, but really honing in on what it is as an offense that we need to get better at and continuing to get better at that.
And shifting over to the high school level, the Flagstaff Eagles started this season on a 4-0 run, with the offense scoring 40-plus points in 3 of those wins. But the unit has struggled the last 2 weeks with losses to the Winslow Bulldogs and Marcos Deniza Padres. The Eagles were already missing wide receiver Jake Weidinger and running back Marcus Salcedo coming into Friday's game against the Padres, before suffering more bad injury luck, losing 6'8" tight end Nick Morrow and wide receiver Holden Senna. The short-handed Eagles offense struggled to finish drives and found themselves down 14-0 heading into the fourth quarter. A late rally came up short, and they lost 14-7. But despite the loss, it's still record watch time. Bodie Meyer's 16 touchdown passes are just 5 short of Luke Hawthorne's school record of 21 set in 2006 per flagcoco.com. Well, that's all we have for sports tonight, but stay tuned for your weather recap after the break.
What to expect when you're expecting a teenager.
Today we're talking about how to wake up your teen, and this works literally every time.
You wouldn't let money just blow out of your house. So when your AC or heater is on, make sure the doors, windows, and fireplace flue are shut tight. If you're headed out, turn down the AC or lower the heat by 10 degrees. And always keep your water heater set at 120. A little bit of common sense goes a long way. Get more great tips at energysaver.gov.
You.
Yeah, you. getting that college education. What are you gonna do? Graduate and take some office job? Be like everybody else? Or will you dare to do something different? Like be a teacher. You could be my teacher. You got the skills.
The smarts?
Yes, you. You could be the teacher I never forget. That'd be cool. Does that corporate job even have recess? What are you gonna make of yourself?
What are you gonna make of me?
I'll never forget the...
You wanna go? This is my boss, Ella.
Nice to meet you, Greg.
You're welcome. Nope, I'm high. But I'll clean the kitchen while you're gone.
You're already making good decisions when you're high.
Pool party at Jesse's. Can you drive? I'm toasted.
Nope, I'm high. But I can order us a ride.
Don't make an exception when it comes to driving. If you feel different, you drive different.
I'll never forget the day our landlord called and said, read your lease. No pets allowed. My owner tells him my dog ate the lease, but that didn't work. And now I'm stuck in a shelter. But this pit bull is ready for a new crib. I'm loving, loyal, and play well with others. So don't be intimidated by all my muscles, because the biggest one I have is my heart. That's right, I said it. Really?
Buzz, what's up, man? You left some leaves burning out here.
Yeah, I just just came in just for a second.
Come on, man. If it's too hot to touch, it's too hot to leave. You could torch the whole neighborhood.
It's a good point there, Smokey.
9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Welcome back. We're going to take one last look at weather before we toss it back to desk. So 55 on Thursday, going to 52 on Friday, 59 on Saturday, going to 64. So it kind of jumps up here a little bit, and we're going to see some cloud coverage, but it'll all move out by Monday at 60 degrees. So if you're going out anytime this week, especially at nighttime in those freezing temperatures, you are going to want to bundle up. That is all we have for weather, but back to you guys on desk.
All right, guys, so you may have seen flyers around town and NAU's campus, or perhaps you've seen the Sky Dome lit up in purple lights. That's because October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month.
That's right. The CDC reports that 1 in 4 women and 1 in 10 men experience intimate partner violence. COVID-19 has also had an impact on this in the past year, making it harder for support agencies to offer consistent help for survivors. If you're suffering from domestic violence, there are options for help. Visit the website on the bottom of your screen for more information or call the National Domestic Violence Hotline. Well, Kwana, I think this is so important that the month is being celebrated throughout Flagstaff, and I think it's really great that local people are bringing attention to it, don't you think?
Absolutely. I am always 100% for recognizing the topics that most often are not talked about.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please be sure to tune in throughout the rest of the week as we have our weather airing Thursdays and Fridays, and be sure to tune in next week on Tuesday as well. Thank you guys. Follow us on social media, check out our Facebook page, and have a good night.